Not a whole lot going on, as always. John Grand Gunfather episodes will be dropping left and right tonight. Excuse me. Picked up my new puppy today. Just got home. Yeah, crappy weather in the Dakotas. Now, you might be looking at the title and wondering what the hell tourist tossing season is. Well, for those of you who are new to the channel or didn't frequent my old channel before that one got taken down, here in South Dakota, we have these beautiful, majestic creatures called buffalo or bison, or if you're from North Dakota, they say bison, which annoys the shit out of me, but that's what they say. Anyways, this time of year with the spring and, all the cow buffaloes, they have their offspring, their calves, all grazing and eating and all that stuff. Tourists like to come to the, wonderful state of South Dakota, whether it be Sturgis during Rally Week or go to Mount Rushmore, check out the Black Hills or whatever. Deadwood to go gamble and drink, even though you can do that anywhere else for the most part. So I don't know why you'd want to. But people get hit by buffalo all the time. Just get gored, ran over. My favorite is the classic woman getting thrown out of her pants. You can look it up on YouTube. Greatest video ever. Um, and the reason why it's so great is because the lady filming it is just the best commentator like I've ever heard in my life. Oh my God. Oh, it's got her. It's got her. It's like flipping this lady around, just like flinging her around. Oh my gosh, it threw her out of her pants. Oh, good. The ranger's here now. Oh, he got the pants back from the buffalo. I mean, it is funny as hell. Like, I never get tired of it. It's like one of the greatest videos of all time. But it was during Motorcycle Rally Week at Sturgis, which Sturgis isn't for a bunch of months here. So, but tourist tossing season, it doesn't start at Sturgis. It starts about right now when people are going through the Badlands or Black Hills. So it is just fun to watch how stupid people are. Now, these wild animals, they are not corralled. I mean, there are some buffalo that are bred, and unfortunately, they're slaughtered and turned into tasty meals. But there's most of them are over at Custer Park or the Badlands or in the hills or anywhere along the Great Plains or whatever. They're wild. Uh, the one thing about buffalo you might not notice is that they don't show aggression, they just commit acts of aggression. So if you're over there, like this lady, getting off the motorcycle, petting her calf, the calf's trying to get away from you because, you're a human being and you shouldn't be that close to a buffalo anyways because you're stupid as hell. Don't pet the fluffy cows, people. Mama buffalo, she's not going to growl at you. She's not going to make any noise or anything like that to try to intimidate you and scare you off. She will get up and gore your ass. And that is exactly what happens every year. Last year, I think we only had 3 cases, so it was a little bit of a slow year for tourist tossing. But, hopefully, we'll get some good ones in. And people might think I'm cold as hell for saying that I think it's funny. Quite frankly, you're going into their habitat and you're approaching them and touching them. Um, I think you have every right to get your ass trampled by a buffalo. And that's just me, I don't feel bad for adults. Now, children who have parents who don't, restrain their kids and shit like that from doing stuff that's dangerous, I do blame them. That is a major issue, but that's parenting, and there's a lot of people out there parenting wise, and it's very questionable. But yeah, no, those cows that are fluffy, don't pet them, people, and nothing good ever comes out of it. Just some thoughts to keep in mind here. I enjoy it. Um, let's see what else. We will have some of your basics pistol stuff coming out next week. Weather's been better. Be able to get out to the range. Gun dog stuff's gonna be awesome. I look forward to it. This dog, he's a little shepherd mix. He's not a Labrador or anything in particular like that, but he's very well disciplined for a puppy already. He's a rescue dog, but yeah, I mean, boy, he's just on cue and on point. He responds really well already. I enjoy it. So, other than that, though, one other thing on here that's been driving me nuts, and I highly recommend people check it out and ask a lot of questions about things, and that is there is constant AI fake footage on the internet. I mean, on YouTube especially. There is this fascination where people are taking these video recordings with drones from aerial views. There's a guy on the ground wearing some camis, and a lot of them they're trying to say this Russian soldier was injured, and these evil Ukrainians dropped a hand grenade on top of him, even though he was unarmed from a drone. Cowards. And I'm looking at it. All right, guys, a frag grenade. Um, I hate to say it, but when you drop a frag grenade, man, you're gonna see bits and pieces blow up. There's gonna be a loud bang, um, and you can tell when people's faces have been photoshopped or explosives have been photoshopped into it. I mean, check it out. There's another one where it's like this Russian drone, blah blah blah, saw its wounded men out in the field, and it dropped them a pack of cigarettes. And I'm like, really? You know, you have limited resources in warfare. Wars aren't cheap. Just so you guys know, warfare is not cheap. Equipment's not cheap. Ammo's not cheap. Ordnance is not cheap. I mean, you take a Stinger, you take a Javelin missile, for instance, man. You know how much those cost? Fucking ridiculous. I mean, they're badass and they're fun to shoot, but I mean, you're looking at, you know, close to like 50, $60,000, dude, for shooting one off. Somebody even told me it's gone up more since then, so be spare with those things. But like, you've got people spreading propaganda bullshit with AI. The other thing is like, how is it, with these people? It's like they know to look directly up at the drone camera, like on cue. Um, or there's always just one soldier, and why is the guy not wearing the correct military uniform that's in regulations that they're dropping bombs on, for starters? um, and you can totally tell it's a bunch of dudes that do airsoft. You can legally buy flashbangs. You can actually make your own too. They're not very difficult. Smoke bombs, all sorts of crap like that. These dudes LARPing, but they're making up fake AI warfare footage, and I think it's bullshit. Um, I mean, it's misleading to people. I mean, granted, the news does the same type of shit too, but we'll get into a different thing on that. But on YouTube, man, you read the comments and people are just sitting there like, oh, these Ukrainian cowards, blah, blah, blah. They murdered this guy who was unarmed and all that shit. That dude's in their country, man. That guy is invading. I hate to tell you, but I don't give a flying fuck, man. If it was me, somebody invades our country, I'm showing no mercy, man. Do you want somebody breaking into your house, even if they're unarmed and just hanging out there, and you're supposed to be cool with it? It's war. And if you haven't been in war, you should probably not talk about it or make fake propaganda bullshit. So, I mean, like, you look at it this way: Afghanistan, Iraq. We were the people from a different place. Okay, granted, we were supposed to be there to help them out, or whatever the cause was at the time, but that is not your home. So regardless if you're helping somebody or not, do you want them in your home all the time? No, you don't. And so when these people make up all this shit, it's just, you can totally tell it's fake. I mean, it's the same drone channel too, and I'm just thinking, wow, amazing how this guy gets like all this great footage, and it's all these places where these drones are dropping bombs and shit like that. It's the same spot in the field, but yet there's no craters, nothing. I mean, that's just bizarre to me. Or like the guy is able to look up at the camera in perfect cue every time or whatever. It's just, oh, all right, my daughter. But, I mean, it's warfare. And then you can, when they drop bombs on people in these videos that you put on YouTube, you put a little black bar over the screen so you can try to say that there was violence and stuff like that, but YouTube won't allow you to show the full video, so it plays into your narrative that's full of shit. And then on top of that, yeah, war footage does tend to get leaked out and does get out. In the 2000s or whatnot, that was kind of didn't really happen all that much. Digital cameras and things like that back then, let's see, back in 2008, I would say, there weren't GoPros and there wasn't GoPro cameras and all this type of shit. So, as far as like warfare goes, you'd see what you saw on the news. Some people might bring some photographs back and stuff like that. But like nowadays with technology and everything like that, yeah, sure, it's easy to stream footage of warfare going on. And unfortunately, though, it's, God damn, I gotta shut that. But like the way I look at it, you know, you've got all this technology to do good, and you're over there doing shit that's shady, lying, propaganda. I mean, I think, in all honesty, reading these comments, people believing it, and then people's comments that are even crazier. This one guy commented that he was in the Helmand province, and he wouldn't say, I called him out on it, but like he put, I was in Helmand, out in the desert and out in the farmlands there, and I asked him what village is, what his forward operating base was. Was he a Marine? Was he ever in Camp Bastion? Did he work with anybody that was Welsh? I mean, like, I'm just grilling the dude, just some basic, simple stuff, no big deal. And he couldn't answer a single question. And then, like, his comments to some other person, I joined the military so my brother wouldn't have to go out and fight. And I'm like, fuck, dude. When did we become the Hunger Games? I mean, like, did they reinstate the draft? Is it Hunger Games? It's like if your brother gets picked, you could be like, no, I want to pay tribute, whatever. I mean, and people were believing it. And I'm like, holy shit, man. Like, for real? It's just unbelievable. I mean, guys, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it. I mean, it's just insane. I don't know. I hope people that have some common sense will ask questions and call bullshit out on stuff like this, because quite frankly, being involved in combat warfare or shooting incidents, anything involving violence and force and whatever, it's not something that lightly you can just talk about and be like, oh yeah, when I was out there doing this, and they're making up shit like Hunger Games. The other thing is, the biggest lie we always hear is, oh, it was special forces, but I punched my CO. And that's like, if you watch movies like Under Siege, Steven Seagal. Okay, I'm from the 90s, dude. I've seen every shitty, cheesy, military, whatever type of movie you want to talk about. Anything that's got Steven Seagal in it, I mean, it's ridiculous. But I don't know. I just, going forward, if people are into military stuff, ask questions. Don't just believe it right off the bat because of the AI footage and all this shit these people are doing. They're wearing airsoft gear. They're wearing airsoft camis. Last time I checked, some of these dudes that are Ukrainian, Russian soldiers and shit on some of these channels, they're wearing mossy oak camo, dude. So are they out there doing some sport hunting too? I mean, I don't know what the deer game is out there in Ukraine, but I'm sure as shit no, they probably weren't wearing mossy oak in a combat zone. But I don't know. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's where do you get to the point where people are accountable for false information or their channels get taken down? How do you prove it? Because of course there is the First Amendment, freedom of speech if you're in the United States, which that's our right, infringement and whatnot. But at the same time, I would tell you this: if somebody were making fake footage of people who are in the United States military and propaganda or whatever they're trying to do, their agenda, and it was all inaccurate, I'd be fucking furious. I mean, when you put on the uniform, you're representing your country, and you got your own country people talking shit on you, making you look bad. It's insane. And I don't know. I think it's really sad that they believe it. I get called a Zionist because I'm pro-Israel. But you know what? I know some people from there, and there's some really good people out there. I'm more pro no warfare. But here's my whole policy and my thoughts, and these are my opinions on Israel. Is if you were to ask Israel to stop shooting and stop all that stuff and violence or whatnot, and they did stop, the other guys wouldn't. Now, if the other guys were to stop shooting, Israel does stop shooting. I mean, and that's just kind of how it's been my entire life. I mean, that's been going on long before I was even on this planet. And that's just how Middle East is and Gaza and all that crap. But like Ukraine and Russia, um, being from the United States, I always my policy is take care of Americans first. I know a lot of the ordnance and money and things like that we've given over there to Ukraine or whatnot. Hey, Azil Seraf, welcome. But you know, I don't know all the exact details. I'm not over there. I'm not involved in warfare over there. I don't know a whole lot. I know one thing for certain, though, if money's getting squandered or giving to people for things, they should be some sort of way of making sure it goes to where it's supposed to be. But, as far as that war goes, in my opinion, I was hoping, Ukraine would probably, fight it off and keep them from invading the country. I mean, I don't, the fact that anybody would invade your home, to me, I can understand why they would fight back hard. It's their home. Russians, they don't belong there or whatever. That is the case. And at the same time, like I don't I don't know. Just to me, the whole invasion thing, like with Iraq when that was going on, and misinformation and all that shit, and you look at being stuck out in the desert as long as we were at that time. Um, it's misleading. I like I said back then, I didn't think much of it. We were told one thing, and we just follow and do as we're told, and then things come to light years later, and it's pretty disappointing when you find out the truths on a lot of stuff. But that's probably what's going on with a lot of guys that are in the Russian military. Um, they're serving their country, doing their duty, and they're dying for it, unfortunately. But that's anybody that signs up or whatever the case is. If it's required to be in the military, that's how it goes. But I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting way sidetracked here, guys. I mean, both sides of the conflict, regardless. When you see these AI drone videos, you'll know what I'm talking about when you see them, and they're complete bullshit. And the only way to combat that is for people to call it out. I don't know. I mean, quite frankly, war or history or anything, all the correct facts need to be out there in the open. War is disgusting. It's a nasty thing. It's a bad thing. People dying and all that shit's horrible. Collateral damage is horrible, and people getting their birthdays canceled. It's a sad thing. It's a necessary evil a lot of the times. Unfortunately, violence is sometimes the only way to go on the route. Unfortunately, but these videos where they're trying to make all these people look bad that aren't doing that type of stuff is just insane. And I leave it at that one with you on that. I'll leave some of these people's sites so you guys can check them out, and you tell me what you think. But you can clearly tell that it's AI. You look at the explosives. There's better special effects, dude. In Lifetime crappy little mockumentary DVDs on the Hallmark Channel or whatever. It's just out of hand. I think some other people do some more research. I'm digging into this more because, quite frankly, I don't like the misrepresentation about stuff. It's just like when it comes to the dudes committing stolen valor and stuff like that. Same thing. It's just you're lying to people, and right now people need to have the truth more than anything and not tolerate the bullshit and the lies. And just because the First Amendment says you can say certain things doesn't necessarily make it right what you're saying. But you guys all enjoy your Sunday. I'll put out some more content. John Garand's fun. I've kind of held off on this one for a while. I mean, for all those of you guys that have been following the channel, I've done a lot of World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam videos and people that served during those times, that especially Medal of Honor recipients and Medal of Honor recipients from South Dakota. It's reading about these men and what they've accomplished and stuff is just it's amazing. Some of them, their stories, like, very inspiring, their accomplishments. Like, I love Chesty Puller. Chesty Puller, he's the Marines Marine, man. I mean, just his comments and his sayings, and he led and he earned his way up through the ranks and everything like that. He fought, the Banana Wars in Nicaragua, or he was out in Haiti. He was doing guerrilla warfare tactics while the rest of the military was over in no man's land, fighting in World War I in trenches. I mean, it's I don't know, it's kind of crazy to think and look into, but I enjoy it. If you guys have any Medal of Honor recipients, or specific wars or areas of conflicts, or the theater that you're interested in and you'd like some content on it, you guys, like I said, please comment below. Let me know. I enjoy doing it. I like giving you guys content to watch that you enjoy watching, and we'll keep it from there. But again, sorry, I just keep rambling on, guys. You got better shit to do on a Sunday than listen to me talk. So you guys take care and enjoy.